up, everybody? We're back with Ed C9 Talk. I'm Nicholas, and this is my papa, Carlos.
What's up?
Today, we're going to be going over the very good win against the Panthers, and then after that, we're going to talk about the Niners vs. Falcons preview. First, what do you think about that good win against Panthers?
It was a great team win. I think it was one of those games that they kind of showed a little bit of everything on offense, defense. I'll be talking about the defense specifically. Another game that we allowed less than 20 points. We allowed 15. I think our average, it went up to 12 points per game, so we're okay. One of two only teams in the NFL that allowed less than 20 points. A total of 308 yards, I believe. We're number one off allowing rush against the rush, number one against the pass. I think we allowed only 244 passing, but a lot of it came kind of like garbage time. We held their rush game, and I knew that was going to be key. If we could hold their rush game to a minimum, it was going to be a long day for the Panthers, and we held them just 64 yards. Again, they were in the red zone. We didn't break out of 4 trips. They only scored once, or they were 1 for 3 actually. We had 1 interception for a touchdown. We had 6 sacks. So it was another very dominating performance for our defense. I think they're gonna be tested a little bit more this week. But however, just looking at the overall, I think they did really well. The other thing that came out of this is Mosley got injured. Bosa got injured. So it was just a couple of games. I think it has to do with the field. Stuck that Mosley got injured at the end of the game, and then Bosa was in the beginning of the game, but it was more of a tightness, I believe. I think he should be ready for this game, but we'll see. And we're nothing major, but Mosley was our biggest loss. So that kind of sucks because he's been pretty much locked down in the corner on one side. So now the replacements have to step up. But other than that, great defensive game for them. So how did you see the game on the offensive side?
I think they did really well because third downs, it wasn't a problem. They got to move the chains a lot, especially Jimmy G throwing very good passes, being very consistent last few games. And again, 0 turnovers for Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's just key.
253 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rating of 109. And Jeff Wilson looking very dominant, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. And Kevin Coleman came back, Panthers owner, and they got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, the ball was shared with Jimmy G. He threw it to Kittle a lot, tried to get it to Debo, but, it was like a lot of tip. And J.C. Horn was kind of locking him up, but Debo did come out with a touchdown. So,
yeah.
Ayuk got touches, Juszczyk got touches, Juwan Jennings got touches. It was an all-around game, and yeah, it was a great win. The worst part about it was the injuries, like you mentioned, and it was mostly defense, like Mosley, which is like a very bad injury.
Yeah, bad injury. Yeah, I think the offense did a great job. I think they, again, Garoppolo. He did his thing. He did what the defense gave him. He kept it simple. At times, he threw it down the field to Kittle, to Coleman.
Very good passes.
So no turnovers, which is key. So it's just got to continue that momentum. Got to continue running the ball.
Well, there was 1 turnover. That was Kittle when he fumbled.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's not Jimmy G's fault.
No. He got it. He gave it to the right person, and Kittle turned the ball over. But Kittle knows better. But you know what? Everybody was able to put in a little bit of their own little spice into the game on the offense. Every wide receiver touched the ball. The running backs touched the ball. Even Juszczyk touched the ball. So it's just a lot of it was a lot of positive. They weren't playing a great defense. However, it doesn't matter. It's on the road. You're supposed to dominate this team, and they did dominate this team in all levels, which is good to see. When you're supposed to beat a team, beat them up, which they did. Penalties have been really limited as well, which is good. The games when they're limited with penalties, they win. I think they only had 50 yards worth of penalties in this game, which did hunt them to later in the game. So it's good. It's a good. It was a good overall win. So, looking ahead to Atlanta, what are you thinking about Atlanta?
Um, well, as usual, looks like another Niners invasion. Seeing a lot of Niner fans out there just going crazy. Look like they're about to take over. And I don't think it should be a close game at all. I think Niners should, even though they're banged up, they've proved that they're a great team. Even through these past years, when they're banged up, they can get wins and dominate games. And I think Jimmy G is gonna have another great game with no turnovers. And I think this offense is gonna run down and score at will against this Falcons defense. What do you think of what's your prediction?
I gotta be a little bit cautious with this team. Why? Because they run the ball really well. That doesn't mean it's gonna help them now pass game, because I don't think their pass game is good at all. But I think they're averaging. I think they're number 3 or number 4 in the league in rushing.
They did lose Cordell Patterson, so
they're like up there in their run game. So again, it comes down to fundamentals. Like if you stop one thing, they're gonna have to prove that they could do the other thing. So if you stop the run, we're number 1 against the run. If in case we can't stop the run, right, that means we're gonna have more people on the line, and we're gonna have to force them to throw. Do we think the Atlanta Falcons are gonna beat us on the in the throwing game? I don't think so. So even the Falcons have some type of success running it, I still don't think it's gonna be enough to beat us. I don't want to overlook them. I think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as the Panthers. But at the same time, I feel that if the Niners play how they should play, mistake-free, no turnovers, I think they should be able to beat them. By a good margin.
Especially with Charvarius Ward in that backfield, in the secondary, which he's been very locked down this whole season. Holding it down in that secondary with Mosley, but he's out. And last season with Ambry Thomas, he was getting targeted a lot by the Falcons.
Right.
And they scored, a few touchdowns on him. But I feel like he's gonna have
But it was a different quarterback too, right?
Oh yeah,
it was. It wasn't Mariota, and Mariota's not having a good year. He has more interceptions than touchdowns. So when we play these type of quarterbacks, we gotta just bum rush him, make him feel uncomfortable, force him to do turnovers. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, just bring all the pressure, even though when the pressure's not even there, make them feel the pressure.
Yeah.
They're gonna think, everybody is sacked, so they might, try to be like, they're pressured by the D-line, they try to pass it, incomplete or interception or tip pass.
Yeah. I think if Bosa's not 100%, I wouldn't play him in this game.
I would
save him for the Kansas City game. Big time, because that's a big game for us, just more like a rematch for the Super Bowl. But I feel my prediction for this game, I still think the Niners need to be averaging above 25 to be just to put more pressure on the other team. So I think they're going to score at least 28 in this game. Atlanta's going to score at least be like 28-10. I think they're going to dominate this game. The defense is going to just continue dominating, holding them. I don't think it's going to be as easy in an aspect of the physicality. I think this team is a little bit more physical. The Falcons are. But I feel that we should be able to dominate this team at least 28-10.
Well, we have Kim on IR. Armstead is out. I just said Bosa is questionable. I will not play him if he's questionable. Jimmy Ward, broken hand. And there's a lot of injuries on the defense, but since they're banged up, I think the Falcons at most will score 13 points to 34. I think the Niners come out with a dub 34-13, and Jimmy G, all-around game again for, to Juwan Jennings, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk, even get Danny Gray in there, try to, go on a deep ball.
Yeah.
Danny Gray is a speed receiver. Try to get him involved.
Yeah.
And Coleman and Jeff Wilson just gonna eat.
Yeah.
That rush it's gonna be dominant, and it's gonna be a long day for the Falcons. I think
so too.
I think Mariota is gonna get sacked multiple times, 5+, and that will cause him to force throws to 2 picks.
Okay. All right. So you have 34-10?
13.
All right. I got 28-10. All right. So see how it goes.
See how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go Niners, baby.
Niners!
Peace out.